Mendota Trojans football will be on the air tonight. Your Mendota Trojans taking on the Princeton Tigers. It's the first home game of the season. I'm Charles Van Horn alongside Aaron Pelican. We're going to have tonight's broadcast for you at about 6:50 or so to kick off this game. Trojans coming off a big win last week. We saw some pretty good work from the Trojans against the Bureau Valley Storm.
Absolutely, a lot of encouraging stuff out of there. Maybe a couple mistakes towards the end when they kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit, but overall, a great day for Randolph. The offense looked great. The defense played really well in the first half, so a lot of stuff you can build off of heading into this week against a tough matchup.
Anthony Child stepped up. Of course, a lot of players did. Randolph, as you said, Freeman did great, and Isaac Smith as well. Tonight's game is going to be a little different. First off, it's the first home game. We expect the crowd to be here to pump the Trojans up. That's going to be exciting, but they're going to be playing a very difficult opponent.
Yeah, the Princeton Tigers, they're kind of the gold standard in the area around here. They had a great year last year. They've been to the playoffs 3 of the last 4 years. And they have a quarterback that already committed to Eastern Illinois University in Tegan Davis, and he's going to be a problem for Mendota's defense. It's going to be a struggle to keep him in the pocket, force him to throw the ball, and he's a runner, so it's going to be a tall task, but one that Mendota will see if they're built for it.
It's not like Princeton is stingy with points. They have given up plenty of points over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. That's for sure. I think they're giving up about 20 points a game so far this season through 3 games, so they definitely can get some points on the board in terms of Mendota, of course. And yeah, I think the real struggle is going to be what they can do on defense to contain Tegan Davis and the rest of the offense.
Let's talk to Coach Keegan Hill. Talking to Coach Keegan Hill ahead of tonight's game. Before we get started with what we're going to see tonight with the first home game of the season, let's talk about last week's victory against the Bureau Valley Storm. Coach, it was a great matchup. Both the teams came out and fought hard. Trojans got the lead early, came away with the victory. A couple of players really stepped up that night. Who do you think really literally took the ball and ran with it?
You're alluding to Isaac Smith. He played well on offense, defense, and special teams. The strip scoop score, or the strip takeaway, no scoop was involved, but that was a big momentum swing right away in the first quarter.
Everybody did a great job that night. You guys came away with a win. Bureau Valley was definitely a tough contest for you guys. What do you think the boys picked up and learned that night, and what skills are they going to take in from that game into tonight's contest against Princeton?
It was a snapshot of what we're capable of. Playing well on defense, executing on offense. Special teams was so, showing what we're capable of puts that in their heads, and we can raise our expectations based off of that.
Some penalties during the contest, some procedural and others. Are you guys going to try to get that under control then tonight?
That is a definite point of emphasis. Having a dry spell or a bad drive with undisciplined play is could be the difference between a win and a loss. So we definitely do not want to play that style.
Tonight's contest against Princeton, they are now ranked according to the Associated Press. Of course, you know that they play the game every week. Nobody's predetermined to win or lose. It's going to be a tough contest, but you guys are at home. What are you guys doing differently to get ready for Princeton?
We expect to get better at playing football. If we want people's respect, we need to earn it. So playing against a quality program like Princeton is a great opportunity to do that.
Who are some of the players that you think have stepped up over the last couple of weeks at the start of this season?
Tony Childs has played quite well on offense, defense, and special teams. Isaac Smith has played well. Justin Randolph and Braden Freeman worked well in the passing game last week. And I'm excited to see what the second, third, and fourth options are in the passing game to make us even harder to defend.
The team this year has had their ups and downs. It's the first home game of the season, even though you guys are short one home game this year, expecting to get the home fans behind you. It's definitely a new-look offense over what the Trojans have had in the last 5-7 years or so. What's the biggest thing you think that the fans are going to take away from watching this offense march down the field?
We want to use the weapons at our disposal to the best of our ability. Having diversity in the run game and the pass game makes us harder to defend. Watching a bunch of kids play really hard on the offensive line, none of that stuff works without them.
All right, Coach, you go out and get them tonight. Go Mendota, right?
Go Mendota indeed.
So tonight, your Mendota Trojans back on the air on Classic Country 100.1 WGLC and streaming on your smart speaker and smart device. Just ask it to play WGLC. Going to be a fun night for a football game. The weather's cooperating. No wind either.
Oh, that's the best part. No wind, so we can actually kind of enjoy this game. No problems throwing the ball, kicking the ball. It's going to be a perfect night for football here in Mendota.
So be sure to get WGLC on. Listen to your Mendota Trojans. Game starts at 7 here on WGLC.